Let's get some analysis now. I'm joined by Barbara Heineback, who served in the Clinton and Carter administrations. Barbara, great to see you as always. What did you make of Joe Biden's address from the Oval Office today?
He's had a tough week, and I want to cut him some slack. I thought he did pretty good. He fell on the sword. He took one for the team, as he says. But there were a couple of things that sort of surprised me. I didn't think he was going to step down entirely. America's in a new place right now when you have two people, both of whom have 1 foot inside the White House or the Oval Office, it seems, and 1 foot out. He tossed the baton to Kamala, but he's still holding on to one end of it. So that's most unusual. He's decided he's going to be president and ride this out to the end. Fair enough. One of the things he did say that concerned me was trying to reshuffle or change the Supreme Court. Now, that's a very big deal. And to the extent that he'll be able to do much about that with just 4 months or so to go, I rather doubt it. But the point is that the Supreme Court is one of the 3 pillars of our whole Constitution. And the Supreme Court, even though the judges are appointed by the president, what the Democrats have made it very clear they're trying to do is increase the number of judges from 9, which means that if they had their way, or if they have their way going forward, that they will end up having 2 Democrat parties and 1 Republican party. So that does concern me. But a couple of the other things that he did say, and I think we will come to see when suddenly he and Jill have given so much credit to Kamala Harris. We didn't see her fulfill one of the first things she could have done today, which was to be at the Congress for being able to initiate in Netanyahu when he spoke. I thought that was rude. It was a snub, and she certainly lost some votes doing that. The fact that she is going to be visible and vocal, I'm very glad that she's agreed to do. I think she's agreed, I'm not 100% sure. September the 17th, they're going to have the first debate between Trump and Kamala. If she agrees to it, and depending on what rules and regulations they have, I believe the more we see of Kamala Harris, the more the country will realize that she's really not up to the task of being president of one of the world's strongest military mights and one of the world's most important countries. Not saying it's the only one, but certainly one. I think the thing that worries me the most, to be diplomatic, if I may, Kamala Harris is incredibly under-accomplished. And she has been so far to the left as a socialist. Some people have called her a Marxist, but she doesn't seem to have much in common with the American spirit. I think when Biden goes out of his way to say he's appointed 2 Black women as first in their positions, one to the Supreme Court a couple of years ago, and now with Kamala Harris, he corrected some of the mistakes he's made in the last month or so by not remembering their names or their positions. But far more important, I'm a Black woman, and I don't believe I've ever accepted a position because of the color of my skin or being a woman. I want to earn it. I want to get it on merit. And I believe it's merit and excellence that has made America so great. So I'm still concerned.
But with that debate that's coming up, you've said you don't think Harris will go the distance in that sense. But is the contrast now, has it flipped the view on this campaign where the concern about the age and acuity was about Biden? Now 59-year-old Harris versus 78-year-old Trump, does that shift the debate here?
The Democrats want it to, but how in the world can they pull that one off when we see the energy of Donald Trump? He's sending out texts, 1 and 2 o'clock in the morning. He's up first thing in the morning. We saw him jump back after someone took a shot, and he didn't take a week or 2 off. saying he had to recuperate, because of the breeze bullet that got him in the ear. Thank goodness that was all it was. It could have been so much worse. But they'll try that one, but it's just not going to fly. He has too much history, and as long as he continues to do and be person that he is, his age is not going to really make a difference. And once you hear them discuss issues, then it'll really come out. And when America, and especially what she feels is her main base, when some of them start to see how she has voted and what her record was when she was Attorney General of California and before that district attorney for San Francisco, when her record starts to reveal itself, a number of people who think they would like to have seen a young, attractive, rather charismatic woman as maybe the first woman president of the USA, they're going to give things some second thoughts.